Checking Zoom, checking Zoom.
Okay, everyone, wrapping up Fast Friday here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Looking forward to PPG presents Armed Forces qualifying weekend tomorrow, day one tomorrow, and obviously day two on Sunday. Takuma Sato, Pato Award, Kyle Kirkwood, all three joining us. Kyle's on his way up as we speak, but Takuma, obviously the number 11 Deloitte Chip Ganassi Racing Honda turned the quickest practice lap since 1996. You go back that far. So well done, 234.733. Also the quickest four-lap average here today. Fastest no-toe as well. Takuma, I think you checked all the boxes here. You ready to go this weekend?
Sounds like it, but yeah. I think it was day early. You know, I think we want to be competitive tomorrow. That's the whole purpose, of course. But of course, it's nice to be quick on this match, and working with my teammates and team. I did a fantastic preparation. You know, if we got the first start after 26 years, you said?
20, yeah.
Yeah, that's entirely impressive with the current package and with HPDs and, you know, the group of the engineering in the team working extremely hard, of course. So happy to be here. And it was my first experience for Chip Ganassi's qualifying trim car today with high boost. That was like my eyeballs gone big, you know, first things in the first lap in the morning that they gave me equipment of same trimming with Scott made last year with a significant speed, and that's probably perhaps in the condition it was maybe too light, so I couldn't complete the lap. And then as soon as I had a moment, my teammates put a few more degrees on the wings, but no, it's all working together just to find the limit and consistency. How you try the tires, that's the key with the degradation, you know, the management, and I love it. You know, I love it to working through the process, and you know, I'd like to say a big thank you to the Chip Ganassi Racing, give me such a fantastic opportunity. Today is only test day, but it's nice to see the car working really well.
Also joined by Pato Award, driving the number 5 Arrow McLaren Chevrolet, third best overall speed today, 13th best, I believe, when it came to the four-lap average. Happy with your day today, Pato?
Yeah, we did 3 attempts today. Didn't finish the first one. Second one was slightly better. Finished it in not in the best of ways, I guess. But then we found a very happy balance there in the end. But yeah, the Sato-san was quick today. Very, very fast. As we were expecting of this, the whole Ganassi camp, but. Yeah, I have to reiterate a bit of what Joseph said. It's gonna be tight, really, really tight. Like, to get into the Fast 12 is probably gonna be, you know, the tightest it's been in the last few years for sure. And yeah, it's good to see that we were able to, you know, to put it in the mix there with our cars today. And yeah, tomorrow it seems to be a bit colder ambient. The sun's gonna be shining, so the track temp shouldn't be too cold, so it should be fairly similar to what it was today. Obviously, the wind is shifting a bit, so that makes things a bit more interesting.
Yeah, sounds like we got some rain coming in this afternoon, later tonight as well, so something to keep an eye on. And Kyle Kirkwood driving the number 27 AutoNation Honda for Andretti Autosport, 8th quick on the speed chart, 8th quick on the four-lap average chart. Tell us about your day, Kyle.
Yeah, it was good. We did 5 runs, so quite a bit of running. We were quite happy with the car. We were trying different things here and there, trying to get the balance right. But these guys probably touched on it. It was pretty gusty out there today. It was windy, and conditions were kind of changing ever so slightly, but they were changing. And when your car is absolutely at its limit and the conditions change when you don't expect them to, it can get a little bit scary, which I think were a lot of reasons why you saw a lot of people bailing out of 4-lap averages, only doing 2 laps, if 3. But we're happy with the car. We feel comfortable. We're able to do 4-lap averages pretty consistently. Did a handful of them without any issues. So yeah, we're happy at this moment.
Questions in person. If you have one, raise your hand. Kieran has the microphone. We'll get one to you. We'll start with Bruce Martin from Forbes and Speed Sport.
For each of you, are you going to go out in the morning to just kind of keep up with the track conditions, or, what's your plan tomorrow to, with that early morning practice?
I think just relaxing the car, waiting, not to going out. That's the team's philosophy, I believe.
Pato?
Yeah, same for us.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to go out, but we'll see what the team decides. I haven't spoken to them about it.
Thank you. Let's go Chris and then Tim May.
Kyle, how much more comfortable do you feel going around this time around compared to last year when you were a rookie?
I didn't feel uncomfortable last year, to be honest. We just weren't that fast. So it's nice having confidence and also going fast. And it's a different mindset, I think, from team to team on how you set up a car, because ultimately we've got 7 cars under one umbrella, with Meyer Shank being involved with us. So we can try a lot of things and kind of branch out, do different things for different guys, and then ultimately kind of reconvene to what we think is the best setup, which is cool, and it's confidence inspiring with that, because you're able to base things off your teammates' descriptions as well. So that's nice.
And Takuma, given that you won the 500 for Michael Andretti's team, you won it for Bobby Rahal's team, how different is the operating process at Chip Ganassi Racing this time around?
I think it's very different. In a way, my circumstances are also very different, and the environment is different. But needless to say, Chip Ganassi Racing is probably the most successful team down the paddock, particularly for the recent years over the Indy 500. And as you could see it in the shop, the guys and boys and walking entirely through the preparation. Don't get me wrong, I mean, every single team do prepare for the 500 big time, and so that's Michael's day too. But I think it's just an organization, or it's a very extremely strong and resource, and methodically go through all the numbers. It is just entirely impressive. So we were just a driver is just a part of the group, and I'm really happy to be involved. And whatever the experience I had in the past, if that's helping for the team, it's great to just pushing more forward. So I'm enjoying the process, and as well as I just still try to learning my environment compared to my teammates. So hopefully we can get gathering everything together tonight and have a big wrap tomorrow.
Tim, go ahead.
Yeah. For Pato, I think it was 243 miles an hour into turn 3 on one of your first or second. Were you aware of that? Is the speed on your dash, and what happened after that?
I wasn't aware of what we hit in the trap speeds until I saw it online. But it's freaking fast. Like, before I went out and I was seeing the guys that were doing their runs before me, you can tell the difference. The engines sound way beefier, and it looks just freaking fast, and it feels fast. Yeah, it's cool.
What does it feel like?
Well,
Does it feel fast?
so fast. Yeah, I was waiting for that question, Jenna. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have an answer for you. It feels fast. That wall approaches very fast if you have a bit of a so.
Yeah, but you could tell you were going when you go in there 239, 240 from now, and you can tell the difference, right? I mean,
No, I'm more focused to feel like what the car is telling me, so it doesn't catch me off guard, kind of thing. So we'll have
and one of the quickie, you guys, it just seems like most people have that hot lap on that first time lap, and then things degrade to a certain extent, obviously for a lot of reasons and stuff. But is there ever been an attempt to go maybe a little bit conservative on the first lap? And I mean, what is the I guess the rule of thumb there?
I guess that's when you start playing with downforce. You load it up a little bit more if you want to be more consistent, or it really depends on what balance you have, and obviously there's going to be drop off At least that's what it seems like today. I'm not sure what it'll be like tomorrow, but yeah. I mean, I think for tomorrow, if you want to be in the fast 12, your first lap's got to be in the 2:34s, and if you want to be if you want to complete your run well, you probably can't fall out of the 2:32s, high 2:31s if you want to get a really solid average.
Let's go Nate Ryan here, then Jenna, then Jack.
Thanks. I have one for each. Start with Kyle. The last couple of days, you've been talking about how the team has all these different run plans for setups. Everybody's trying different things. What you ran today, to be this fast, were you already on that plan, or did you take somebody else's setup that they were working on separately? Or?
Honestly, we didn't really touch much today. I think Colton and I are super similar. He's the one that he's pitted right next to me, right? So and we kind of had a similar run plan today. Based on when we were going out. So I was always walking over to him because I would usually do my run, then he would do his run right afterwards, and vice versa sometimes. So yeah, we really didn't do a ton. We just wanted to work on the balance a little bit from the first run, and we got it a bit better. And I think by the end of the day, we were super happy with our balance, but we just didn't have the 4-lap average that we had in the middle of the day. I'm not really sure why. Honestly, I think it was just we got a couple gusts because I was up on my first lap in my last run, and then all of a sudden I was down on it when I came across the line. So just weird things happening with that. But we're super happy with the car. We just constantly improved the balance. It wasn't like big items that we're trying to get massive speed. They're able to do all that stuff over the winter and in the tunnel and whatnot. So it was just little balance things to make sure that we consistently finish a 4-lap average.
Takuma, you mentioned it, first time with qualifying setup here with Chip Ganassi Racing. You've raced for many teams at this speedway. How would you compare what you had today with teams in the past? I mean, the best qualifying setup you feel like you've had here? Or?
Sure. No, it's kind of like Pato said, it's kind of expected. There need to be the competitive, out of the package. But when you see the setup seat, when you see the gearing. Yes, this team is targeting in this much and so on. And to be honest, my first run today, I wish I was observing my teammates go first and see what's the condition like. But that was me that I'm going to it. And then when I saw it the first time across the line, I was super fast. I mean, it's maybe way too fast. But wanted to see how the car developed. I went to the conservative in terms of the balance. Because we wanted to see how the develops and the balance change. But in the end, it was obviously very light, too light, and I had to abort it. But that was a good experience. So even Ganassi camp, it can't go perfectly correct all the time. You have to go overshoot. Not have to, but you overshoot, then you correct it. So those sort of things, like Kyle said, is just to get the balance right over the course of the 4 laps. We definitely have a drop-off. If you have one big lap in the first lap, for sure you have a degradation. So how you balance. When I did it in Rahal day, we didn't have a low speed, unfortunately, that day. So we went to the super consistent, and that's brought us in the front row. So it's depending on the strategy, but hopefully we will find a good solution.
Pato, what you were saying about Joseph saying it's going to be so tight to get in the Fast 12, there's always so much talk about the draw being important here for qualifying. Does that make it even more important?
Yeah, I've never drawn my own. I think today a little Pato fan is going to be doing the draw for me. Okay. So positive vibes for him, drawing a good number. I don't know his name. You'll probably find out later. Yeah, I mean, I think we were the first one to qualify last year. The previous year, we were somewhat in the top 10. So obviously, it's if you get some cloud cover, it's obviously good. You can be 25th in line, but if you get that cloud cover for your run, you're fine. It continues to grip up. So I don't know. We'll see.
And any follow-up on the incident at the end yesterday with Enerson, with IndyCar, with him, or any further discussion on that?
I mean, we sort of exchanged a few words. I know he didn't do that on purpose. I don't know why he would, but for sure it was I mean, that could have been a massive shunt. So I'm glad nothing happened. I'm glad it was just a scare. But yeah, I think for sure when you start using those warm-up lanes, you got to be careful. I think they just did it very carelessly and like they were the only car on track. So I think they've obviously learned their lesson, and I think everybody else from watching that has learned a lesson as well.
Let's go, Jenna. Go ahead, sir. Yep.
Takuma, early today on one of your early runs, you were very fast, and then you got real high, wide, and almost grazed that wall. Did you realize how close you were, and did you have to save it off the wall?
I saw it afterwards, and how close it was just a bit scary. But of course, I knew that it's going to high. I mean, at that point, I think the entry turn two is always tricky, particularly the wind direction like this today, the push to hold the car going high, and you have to be a little bit shallow entry, because if you try to go late apex, you never get to the apex. So you have to be turning into a little early, and I realized that was a little too shallow and probably feet away from the apex as supposed to be, and then that's launching the little bit wrong direction. So I already foot off, but then the car slides, and yeah, it was. If it's a qualified, I'll probably nail it, but because it's just a fast day, faster lap, so I just back off. But no, nevertheless, I think it's always good to find the balance. What you are thinking about? But no, I think I enjoy the process of it and finding the limit. So
When you say nail it, do you mean the wall or the throttle?
both.
You did it last year, didn't you? Or you barely grazed the wall and stayed in it?
Andretti days too, yeah.
Yeah?
Your boss,
Good
Michael
man.
Andretti, said, "Are you crazy that you hit the wall not once but twice in the same qualifier?" But anyway, it's old story.
Brave man. I like it.
We'll take. Yeah, better move. We'll take 3 more. Go ahead.
For Kyle, you mentioned already that speed is tremendous progress. How neat is to have Brian calling your shots, who has been a winner in the 500 as an owner and a strategist, to guide you this month?
Yeah, I mean, he's a phenomenal guy, and he's, I think, one of the best in the paddock when it comes to strategy and just preparing for things, and also understanding what a driver needs. And he's obviously done a lot of great things with Colton growing up, and they've had a fantastic relationship. And yeah, he's been a huge asset to me in the past few races, no doubt. And he's just got a sense of calmness to him that keeps me kind of in the right mindset, and it's been really enjoyable.
2 more, Chris, and then Bruce. We'll wrap it up.
All right. Pato, although we're watching the draw here.
How is this chosen? Like, who goes first?
It was based on today's practice speeds.
Top speeds or 4-lap average?
I believe top speeds.
Cool. So
there
we're
you go.
soon.
Yes.
Renus. Got it. All right. Where's your question?
All right, so Pato, given that, all right, I was just waiting for you to get going there. Given that we have 6 Chevys, 6 Hondas in the top 12, Honda's had a bit of a stranglehold on victory lane. Do you feel Chevy's up the power to kind of take it to them?
Yeah, man. I mean, for sure. I feel like we won't really know until tomorrow. It looks good from today. I think it looks very well mixed there. A very good mix of, the speeds are very tight, and yeah. But I think tomorrow we'll probably get the better idea of who's coming out swinging.
Bruce, wrap us up.
I probably should spare Pato since he's about to see himself draw here, but for the other 2 guys,
Yeah.
how do you compartmentalize the importance of tomorrow? Because it's like, in order to get to the run for the pole, you got to get into the top 12 tomorrow. So how do you compartmentalize what to do tomorrow in order to be there to go for it on Sunday?
I mean, it's hard to say, right? It's you just got to be consistent. I think that's the biggest thing in IndyCar qualifying in general, is just making sure you don't make any mistakes, because there will be people that make mistakes, and if you have a car that's able to do it and go fast, then there shouldn't be any issues.
Yeah, I think I mean, it's difficult to say, but I mean, what you got is what you got. You have to accept the condition, and you have to be the best, and hopefully that's get through to the segment. But we'll see how. Looks like Marcus had really drawing well, but I don't know where I
still
am.
think he's sixth.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. But hopefully even it wasn't great for Saturday, as long as you get to the top 12, then we still have a chance to on Sunday. So we'll see.
We'll go ahead and wrap it up there as the qualification draw has begun. Pato, you can watch the rest here in the next couple minutes in here if you want. So,
yeah, raise the volume, bro. I don't know.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah, pump
that?
it.
Tomorrow. All right,
Thanks.
All right.
Look at that jersey. Damn.
There he is,
All
little
right.
Pato.
Positive vibes, bro. Come on.
Uh-oh. 2 number.
Ooh. I still love you, buddy. All right, that's my
Have a
cue.
great day tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Oh well.
With New Garden.